Remember when you were defending Fresh and you went to war with Moist Critical? And now that dude's on his podcast trying to put a hit on you? That's crazy, bro. I'm not gonna lie, bro. That's crazy.
That is crazy, bro. Like, come on. Literally, all of them is snakes. I ain't gonna lie. Look, everybody smiling, everybody singing along. Clavicular having a good time. Walter, Cornball having a good time. Nick Fuentes having a good time. Tristan Tate having a good time. Whoever this is whispering in Tristan ear like his bitch having a good time. Myron having a good time in the back. Andrew Tate loving it all. But everybody gonna say, oh yeah, it was Sneako fault, bruh. You gotta stop, you know what I'm saying, expecting everybody to be just like you. Be like you first, then peep the signs, peep the energy, see what's going on, and then if they not reciprocating, you just gotta match energy. Like, yeah, bro. You don't owe nobody no loyalty in this world, bro. Just know that, because they gonna do you like this. ABBA gave Sneako a reality check. Video by Omizi. Now Sneako, we all know his infamous incident at the club where he played that Kanye West song that was very anti-Semitic, and now bro is acting like he didn't do nothing wrong. He's so confused why nobody want to be his mans. He's confused why people is offended, why everybody got his name in their mouth. Like, you know what I'm saying? He just a victim, bro. Victim city in this hoe. And he's still calling on other people, trying to drag them down with him. Crab in a barrel ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? And he's just confused why the whole world is against him. And apparently, ABBA from ABBA and Preach, shout out ABBA, he gave him a reality check. He really let him know where he stood in this world. Cuz got banned from Miami too, bro. Like, any place, I don't think he could go to it. I think even outside of Miami, I think Cuz just blackballed, no Youngboy. Just like Youngboy, he got blackballed, except he probably won't make a comeback, and he got a reality check from ABBA. So we're gonna see exactly what happened. Omizi, take it away.
Last month was a whirlwind for content creator Sneako. Not only did his beef with Andrew Tate get publicized, he also got worldwide recognition for being the one to hold the bag, and everyone claiming that he was the one playing the infamous HH song at the Miami nightclub while hanging out with the Red Pill Vengers. After everyone left that club that night, they basically turned their back on Sneako in real time.
That is crazy, bro. Like, come on. Literally, all of them is snakes. I ain't gonna lie. Look, everybody smiling, everybody singing along. Clavicular having a good time.
The one to hold the bag. And
Cornball having a good time. Nick Fuentes having a good time. Tristan Tate having a good time.
Everyone claiming that he was the one playing the
whoever this is whispering in Tristan ear like his bitch having a good time.
His HH song.
Myron having a good time in the back.
Miami nightclub.
Andrew Tate loving it all. But everybody gonna say, oh yeah, it was Sneako fault, bruh. Even though I'm pretty sure Walter Fresh was the one who told him to play the song, everybody just agreed to throw Sneako under the bus. I don't know why, but I'm not sorry for him at the same time.
Hanging out with the Red Pill Vengers. After everyone left that club that night, they basically turned their back on Sneako in real time, and it left him looking like he had egg on his face from 20 different dudes. Sneako felt betrayed. Sneako felt abused, and he kept doubling down while everybody else was tucking tail and running back to the people that Sneako was clowning on the internet. Now from there, commentator ABBA from ABBA and Preach decided to have Sneako on the platform as a way to extend an olive branch. And everyone gathered around the fire.
ABBA, he's a very sound-minded individual, so I'm interested to see how this went.
Thinking it was going to be some sort of debate stream or some sort of moment where ABBA decides to embarrass Sneako. But in reality, it was a check. Sneako felt like everyone turned on him, and currently he was getting canceled. But the real story isn't about the cancellation, it's about the consequences finally catching up to him. If you're new to this channel, please make sure you hit that subscribe button. It goes a long way for this community. If you help me, I'll help you by providing great content. Now, back into the video. I mentioned before that when people saw that this link up was gonna happen, they were ready for a knockdown, drag out brawl. So everybody gathered around the round table, even some of Sneako's friends, which we'll get to in a minute, to see who would get obliterated. But quickly we learned that it was more of a conversation, which would turn into a warning, more than some sort of debate or gotcha moment. It starts off with ABBA basically breaking down Sneako's Red Pill timeline and how he got here.
Right, like it's clear, like watching back here, it's actually, this is well organized. You can see why that Red Pill era happened.
Yeah, there's a through line. You can see and I think one thing that's cool about the way you kind of documented your life is you were very open. And so my description, and I wrote a sentence. It's Sneako is openly flawed, self-aware and arrogant, humble enough for curiosity, and daring enough to take chances. So that's my perception when I watched the first arc of your content creation from kid to about 2020 when you did the video before the red pill, How to Be a Man. You were aware of your own flaws. You may not always have the correct conclusion or whatever, but you could see the thought process. You could see how you got there. You could see your justification, your reasons why. You could see that you try to see things from other people's perspectives to a degree, and like it makes sense how you ended up in the red pill era afterwards. Does that make sense? Okay. Yeah. So the question I would ask you
I'm confused why he went to the red pill. It's just like it went 0 to 100 real quick. I don't know why.
What did the red pill give you that you didn't have before?
Well, I think men at the time, and in these videos you're showing, men on the internet especially were living in a liberal-dominated, woke-dominated, like men had to live in this kind of guilty, you know, white people say, or like, I'm one of the good ones, or like white boys will say, can a white boy catch a vibe? It was kind of that same thing with men. It was like, hey, I'm not one of those misogynist, horrible men, and gave men the opportunity to not live in a guilty place.
Now, during the breakdown
That's
of that
what the red pill
timeline, he
did?
mentions how he starts to
If anything, they just flipped the blame. Which is like, I understand why, because if all the women, I don't think every single woman was saying every single man was misogynistic. You know what I'm saying? That's a little ridiculous, but I wouldn't put it past some people. But if they were to completely flip it on his head and be like, actually, you're the problem, I'm not too mad at it. But then again, when you're just constantly degrading women, hating on women, it's like, my nigga, do you even like women no more? What you finna do? Switch jerseys, bro? Like, come on, man.
align with a bunch of different people. And as they both go down this timeline of Sneako's past events, Abba highlights all the times that he's basically stuck his neck out for some of these guys on the red pill side.
Remember when you were defending Fresh and you went to war with Moist Critical? And now that dude's on his podcast trying to put a hit on you? That's crazy. Bro. I'm not gonna lie, bro. That's crazy. I mean, you were running around with a gun, like you had the world hating you. And I was like, damn. And that same dude is like, it was Sneako. He played some of the club.
He's like, fuck you, bro.
And I just think like, that's crazy.
No, yeah. No.
Fresh is really a weasel, bro. It's crazy.
You probably did warn me about that for sure. No, yeah. Sure.
I'm actually not even trying to take a victory lap. That's not my point. I just think like...
Abba's definitely vindicated on that shit. I ain't gonna lie.
Abba's highlighting a time in where Sneako would blindly, and always, for the most part, defend Fresh and Fit. He actually does it a couple of times in this stream where he defends Nick Fuentes again blindly, almost as if he hasn't learned anything at all. But throughout history, there's a lot of times where the people that Sneako is aligned with either get in trouble or go after people that he calls friends. And Sneako either just sits there or he kind of even, you know, applauds what's going on, laughs in the moment or whatever the case may be.
Bro, like I be cooking people on X, bro. Like if you come at me on X, see, here's the thing. I'm restricted to what I can say on YouTube because they fucking, remember we made that video roasting them niggas? Anus and Reach?
Yeah.
What did they do? They got their fans to mass report us and the video got taken down for hate speech, right? But on X,
so you say,
I could absolutely cook them. And that, I think that's a big reason why he made that video, because I called them sodomites on X. And I was just like showing video proof of them being and which they are, him and Preach, and then he made a video on YouTube, because on YouTube this is what happens: those idiots make a video, then Playback makes a video, fucking Agent 00, whatever that fucking name is, who look Sideshow Bob Somalian version, and then
he's a good guy. I like him.
He's a fucking loser too. Fucking
maybe you guys will make up. Just
yeah,
like
fuck that nigga too.
Yo,
he don't say shit on Palestine. He's a fucking coward. He's a bitch.
I think he's kind of said.
Bro, nigga said nothing, bro. He's a bitch. He's a fucking pussy.
But he just got to deal with Jordan, so like he's limited to what he can talk about.
Oh yeah, of course. Now he's really owned. And then who else? And then Jamari will make a video. Like all these fucking dumbass commentary videos. Like as soon as Anus and Reach make a video, then everyone follows suit and makes a hit piece on you.
They trendsetters. Shoot.
Moist Critical, that fat loser. He'll make a video talking shit. I don't know why niggas watch him. He's like the most uncharismatic and the least entertaining person ever, but people watch him. It's fucking crazy.
And just like the events that would happen last month, once...
Tell us how you really feel. Like, bro, you're not supposed to let people know that they get into you, bro. When that's the case, they just gonna keep, you know what I'm saying? They gonna keep piling on you, bro. You gotta be stoic. But then again, why am I giving cut advice? It's all warranted. I ain't even gonna lie. I'm glad that he is crashing out in this manner. People know to keep going. It's really pushing his buttons.
Sneako is seen with these guys doing these things. He catches a lot of heat for this. One, because he's not really committed to any of these bits for real. And two, because he is friends with some of these people. I know that he has been aligned with Agent 00 multiple times, whether it be through the peer-to-peer podcast, whether it be through different AMP videos, hell, multiple times, whether it be through the
Why men should demand open relationship
podcast, whether it be through different AMP videos.
That's the infamous podcast where Brody got, you know what I'm saying, exposed for being a he let his girl get
Even when Sneako got unbanned from YouTube, one of the first calls that he had was with Agent. So I know that they have some sort of connection here, but I don't think it feels the best or would appear the best optically that you allow somebody to bash me even with this light defense. And I also think that people still hold some sort of grace in their heart for Sneako. They're tied to the
timing is hilarious, bro. Right after he gets unbanned from YouTube, then he do that club incident. It's like, bro, why are you self-sabotaging, gang?
Version of his childlike self that was dubbed as being super duper creative, a Mr. Beast disciple, etc., etc. So when somebody like a Myron does something crazy on stream and problematic, it really doesn't faze too many people. But it does faze people when Sneako is sitting right there.
Hey, Abba, they were talking a bunch of shit about us. What do I do? He called me a window licker.
It's just crazy because Sneako, he doesn't participate in these things. He kind of acts like he's against it, but he's not stopping it at the same time. I'm glad Abba's not taking it personal, at least it didn't look like, but he literally just enables these people to get on his platform and say their stuff. He's not stopping it. He is not, like, you know what I'm saying? You can actively, you can argue that he's not taking an active part in it, but he's, you know what I'm saying? He might as well be if you letting them come on your platform. It's like, bro, people watching the Sneako stream, if that's what's coming out of people's mouths on the Sneako stream, they probably gonna think you think the same thing. All of a sudden, your name get wrapped up in it. Surely you know this by now, but, you know, people going for shock factor, trying to go for clips, you know what I'm saying, get a quick buck. I know how it be, bro, but after a while, you gotta, you know what I'm saying, just really wonder, like, what am I doing? You gotta ask yourself that. Low-key, whenever you get off your path, bro, just be like, what am I doing? It'll bring you right back, most of the time, but apparently not with Sneako. He did not learn.
We're on it. We're gonna clip it. We're gonna call them racist. We'll be fine. We'll make it through this. Don't worry. Just dance.
Wait, did you say dance?
I've had a little bit too much.
I'll get to why in a second.
Bro, the boy on the right, he dicky. Like, it's not that funny, bro. It's not even funny at all. Cug, bro, he dying over there turning red. Like, come on, bro. How it
I'll
tastes,
get to why
bro.
in a second they were putting themselves on Sneako's platform, because I actually think it's very pivotal to this conversation. But Sneako would let stuff like this happen all the time to him.
This fat piece of shit. Fucking,
Thinking about coconuts donated 5.
Goddamn, turn this on.
See, look, he literally just brings them on and he's like, all right. Like, bro, come on, cuz. He looking at the chat, seeing what they saying. Look back at the boy talking. See if it's good content. All right, cool. Yeah, we gonna get a few clips off these. Like, that's all he care about.
I'm cooking right now, man. Shut the fuck up in the chat.
And I feel you, bro. Money, clout, it's a hell of a drug. I hope I never get hooked on them, Jones. I do want some bread. I ain't going cap. I could do without the clout, but I do want some bread. And I hope I don't get hooked on that junk.
Cooking right
Matter of fact, I know I won't. I know the person I am. I'll never go out like this.
This Nabisco nigga, man. Fuck it. I call him the Nabisco nigga because all this nigga does is eat cookies. Fat fuck. He looks like a Cookie Monster with his fucked up teeth, too. This nigga been talking crazy shit. I had to fucking roast his dumb ass, right? Then I cooked this Somalian pirate ass nigga. Dirty as fuck.
I like Asian. I like
this
Asian.
nigga, man. This nigga's a bum. He's a fucking dirty slob. He's a loser. His girl's mid. He's made a bunch of videos talking shit too. Bro. Fuck this nigga as well. He's a fucking bro. This dude is the type of guy that still eats cereal. Guaranteed this nigga still eats cereal in 2024.
What's wrong with cereal?
The cereal's from. And then on top of that, guaranteed this dude puts his shirt on before he puts on his pants. Or puts on boxers. This nigga, he's the nigga that, when he's getting dressed, he puts his shirt on first.
But all that, we're friends. I don't agree with that sentiment. They're just saying stuff, free speech gimmick. All of that will come crumbling down last month when they played the HH song. I'm not gonna go too deep into detail. I've made 2 videos on it already. But yeah, the Red Pill Avengers linked up, went to the club, played the song, as we've seen in video now, asked by Myron and Walter once they get to the club. And then once they get back to their respective streams, everybody turns turn their back on one person. When
Facts.
Sneako went to defend Agent, you would think that the grace would be reciprocated when Sneako needed to be defended in this situation. But we saw Myron stutter on stream because he didn't want to get caught up with none of this nonsense anymore.
Hey, Myron, I'm live right now.
He said, yeah, I'd rather talk about it when you're done. Call me when you're done, bro. Call me when you're done.
Log.
Okay, my bad.
What's going on?
No, I'm good. I'm good. If you're live right now, I'll just hit you.
Did you see the Tristan tweet? What do you think?
You see how crazy he was just talking? Now he turned and tail. Like, come on, cuz.
The one
You sound like a whole different man now, bro.
earlier?
Yeah.
Yeah. I just saw from what you sent. Yeah. I mean.
In real time.
I'll talk. You're on stream, so I'll talk. I could talk.
Defend
to you
him
about
though. In real time, finding out.
Well, I mean, they talked about it online. What do you think? You don't want to? I mean, it's okay if you don't want to.
Yeah. I just wish we kind of handled this.
Well, it's already out there. It's already
Defend him. Defend him.
tweeting his lawyer. They're putting it on me. It's already public. It's like there's not something that you solve privately.
What lawyer?
Ooh. Let me say to y'all right now, this is the face of a man who's figuring out that he's about to get snaked. This is the face of a man
See,
whose
bro,
friends
the thing is, I understand, Sneako, I understand. I don't know if you're genuinely the type of person to stick up for your friends, which you don't really have any incentive to do it, so I will give you props there. Whenever you do defend somebody, nice. You ain't really had nothing to gain for it. Maybe you just, you know what I'm saying, got a good name. People is like, oh yeah, Sneako's loyal. Oh yeah. Or you try and paint yourself as the victim knowing damn well they not going to back you. So you was just leaning into defending them so you could be like, look, everybody else a snake. I'm the real one. But literally, you gotta stop, you know what I'm saying, expecting everybody to be just like you. Be like you first, then peep the signs, peep the energy, see what's going on. And then if they not reciprocating, you just gotta match energy. Like, yeah, bro. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why niggas agreed to say, oh yeah, it was Sneako. I don't know why that was the case. Maybe because Andrew Tate did it, everybody else said, all right, let's do it. You know what I'm saying? Because they had their little rivalry beef going on. But that was crazy, bro. You called them your friends? Y'all was all just lit together in the club, smiling. Everybody go back like we said, and they act like you the worst vermin on earth. That's crazy, bro. So yeah, you can't, bro. You just, especially these internet friends, bro. Like, you can't be sticking your neck out for people, bro.
All against him, and this is a
but you did enable all that stuff, like, you feel me? And then you double down trying to say, oh yeah, it's just a song, bro, it's not even that bad. Like, bro, just apologize, bro. You know it's scattered. You know what you did was scattered. Move on, bro. You shouldn't have did it in the first place, but now that you did own it, move on, bro. But you're not doing that.
Of a man who realizes that he just royally fucked up.
I mean, again, you know, bro, if it was the other way around, I would tell Tristan the same thing, right? Or if he asked me the same thing, like, oh, I'm on stream right now, what are your thoughts on this stuff? Like, yo, I don't.
Well past Omar, you're absolutely correct.
And also, let me quickly shout out Myron. Quick Myron glaze. Quick fresh and fit glaze. Myron is like the one influencer that I'm absolutely certain would never switch on me. There's no doubt in my mind he would never switch.
That's crazy.
If you think about every other one, even though like me and Adam right now got a good thing going, me and Neon, good runs. Like Zerka, let's be real, like you got to be like, when's he going to start raging on Twitter about me? When's Zerka going to be like, Sneako sold his soul to the Jews? There's always that lingering. We'll see. Maybe I'm wrong. But Myron, for example, there's no doubt. There's no doubt. This nigga's loyal, bro.
I think it's interesting how much bad footage Sneako has out there. But let me say this about Sneako. It's not that he gets switched up on because of who he is inherently. I honestly don't think that these people were ever really aligned with you. They used you for your audience. And I've said this plenty of times before. You are a gateway into a younger demographic that will ultimately become an older demographic that could then give these guys a bunch of money. These guys never stand with you. In fact, they step back and let you burn. And trust me,
the fact that you're defending Nick Fuentes, bro, he literally called you a good weather friend, which means, yeah, I'm your friend when I need to be, but on the real, I don't like you. Just when you're useful, I'll be your mans, but bro, just know, I don't even like black people, and you have black, like you part black, you Haitian, I don't like you. But you still defending him, it don't make sense.
Was another content creator that garnered a young male audience bigger than you that let them infiltrate the place in space, they'd be rocking with those guys harder than you. You just so happen to be the only one who was as impressionable as ever. And don't get me wrong, you probably have your own foibles. Nick Fuentes said something about you when y'all did y'all's Miami link up.
You don't think you know what you're doing, really?
Sincerely, I say
you're and it's not like I care, but when I see you doing that, I'm like, this guy likes, it likes attacking. You're very thin. You like sending it's not thin skinned. I don't care about troll comments. I care about you not caring about your friends. Well, people that you supposedly care about. Why would you do that to people that have helped you out? Why would you send people to go and attack people?
He said, "You're a good weather friend, and you know that." It's crazy.
Because you know why? Because you're a fair weather friend.
Fair weather friend.
That's why.
Hell, the Tate brothers even turned their back on you, gang.
I think Sneako played the song. Yeah. I think Tristan explicitly told me that Sneako played the song.
If Sneako played the song, Sneako played the song. I don't think that any of them are deeply anti-Semitic genuinely. I think they're just kids. It gets a reaction. They think they're funny.
Like, bro, he's acting like he wasn't a part of it. Like, you was sitting there smiling. Like, you was talking about, I had no part in it. I didn't even enjoy it. But you showing all 32 teeth, bro. Make it make sense, bro.
I really didn't do anything wrong. I understand why some people were offended. I got on a bus. Full-grown men made decisions while I sat on my phone. I then got off the bus and stood in a nightclub while other people played songs while I sat on my phone.
And I think that's something
bro, you was smiling, bro. Come on. Like, bro, people is weasels, bro.
I was being...
You don't owe nobody no loyalty in this world, bro. Just know that, because they gonna do you like this.
Highlighted as I watched that 3-hour live stream last night.
Why should you keep around you, man?
Go into a bunch of different conversations, but the ones that stuck out were Abba trying to outline the fact that, you know what, Sneako, you got into the red pill movement because, you fell victim to the nonsense that they were portraying. But ultimately, these guys don't care for you. At least that's my drawing of it. And even though Sneako has been backstabbed or betrayed by some of these guys, he still finds himself aligning with them. Just last night, as I was watching the live stream and the conversation was getting good, there were 2 times that kind of stuck out to me. And both of them were when Myron and Aiden hopped into the chat.
By the way, Myron's in the chat. What's up, Myron? He's saying he's talking some smack. Let's see this clip.
That's good for him. I watched you debate Myron on Muslims praying in the square, right? And Myron in that debate had the standard.
He's in the chat right now.
Was that?
He's in the chat right now.
Yeah. I mean, listen, he always be tuning in, but
for whatever reason, Sneako felt the need to highlight them as if he needed his hand held in this debate. But I agree with what Abba said in the debate. Who cares if Myron is in the chat? Who cares if Aiden is in the chat? Can we just not have a genuine conversation with each other? It's almost like you can't go unless you know that these guys are behind you for some reason. It's a weird relationship, especially because last night in that same live stream, apparently Fresh and Fit put out a 3-hour hit piece on Sneako.
Fresh and Fit as an organization and as a brand, besides Myron, they have actively tried to destroy my life and my career. That channel, the Fresh and Fit channel, just posted a 3-hour hit piece on me, lying about everything and saying that something needs to happen to me off stream that's going to be painful that you can't say on stream. It sounds like a threat. It was a threat. Anybody who's saying that is stupid, and I'm just not doing this whole behind the scenes bigger person.
Myron's literally the top dog, bro. Like, why didn't he prevent it? Like, he don't got the reins? Like, is he not holding the reins right now, bro? They gave it to fucking Walter? Like, why would you ever do that?
Thing anymore. Fuck that. That's so stupid. I've wanted to do a collab with Abba. I think it's gonna be a good conversation. And their beef is separate. Scenes it because like nobody. That's the thing. Nobody cares about anything they have to say if it's not Myron. So it's these people that associate themselves with him, and yeah, they say like Myron says he's loyal to a fault. He's a good friend, but that means you're at fault. If you show loyalty to everybody, you're loyal to no one. It doesn't show any...
Take your own advice, bro.
Seems like that's what he wants to do, so it is what it is. I've voiced that publicly for a long time that I think Myron should do his own solo stuff. Been saying that for a year.
The Sneako doesn't realize that Myron is loyal to the money. All these guys are loyal to the money. And so if the money starts to shift and tides start to turn, guess who's gonna get their back turned on? It's always you, gang. Overall, I would say that the conversation was a very, very productive one. Not a screaming match, not anything crazily embarrassing like the last time Abba did his sit down with Stevie Knight. Boy, that was a hard listen to. And even though if you go back and watch it, you'll see that Sneako concedes in a bunch of different moments and times. Even Abba himself had to acknowledge where he was wrong in a lot of the conversation.
In regards to that, I always commend that. We strongly disagree on things, but that's okay. At the end of the day, I want you to do well for your people. I want you to do the right things, and even if it's not the things that I think are right, hopefully you find your way. And I also have to have enough humility to realize like I was wrong about certain things back then too, and I'm still changing. So listen, I appreciate you coming on. I appreciate you giving me the chance to kind of ask you these questions and see where your head's at.
It takes a real man to admit when he was wrong.
See, Abba a good man, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? He knows Sneako a brand risk. I don't know if Sneako's still unbanned on YouTube. He probably is, but knowing Sneako's how much fire is, like, you know what I'm saying, like attached to his name, Abba still don't care. He's like, they gonna think I fuck with Sneako. I don't care. Like, shout out Abba, bro. Shout out Abba.
Growth. That's again, that goes back to Malcolm X. He's all about growth. I think that's extremely important.
I thought Abba got lost in the conversation with the whole eating cats and dogs situation and some other points where I thought he could have definitely did better in the conversation and not let it get so derailed. But if there is one takeaway that I have from this whole thing is that Sneako should probably understand that he's not living his life in a way that is very productive or conducive to the growth model that he claims that he's following. At some point in the conversation, Abba highlights that Sneako has some affinity towards Malcolm X. He asked him what he feels Malcolm X's political ideology would be and how he is as a person and what Sneako kind of took from that. But even greater than that, he asked him one specific question. And in this one specific question, it causes Sneako to have to be really, really reflexive over his actions and more specifically, the people that he aligns with.
If Malcolm X existed today, what do you think he would think of you?
That's a good question. I think he would disagree with my alignment with some people. I think he would be critical about the overlap that I have with political figures. I think he would disagree with Nick Fuentes a lot, and he would try to guide people or try to lead. I think he would, be very politically active. I think he'd be very critical of Israel. He was like really, he was spot on about Israel back then, and the manipulation going on in New York City specifically. He's done a lot of speeches about that. He spend a lot of time talking about Netanyahu, criticizing Trump for that, and I think he'd be very critical of the conservative movement. And what he would think of me is like that. He'd definitely point out some of the allies I keep and say that that's imperfect.
And I don't want to get crazy sentimental here, but I think it's actually very.
None of the stuff you do, you think he would call out like. What would he think of you playing that song in the club, Brady?
Important that Sneako kind of reflects on this specific portion a lot. He goes on to say things about how it's important to have conversations with people that you disagree with as a means to try to sway them and, see other sides and not be so one-sided and all these things. And while I do believe that's important, I think that we take that and then we just run with that narrative and we run with that leash. Having conversations to understand the enemy doesn't mean going to clubs with the enemy. Keeping your enemy close doesn't mean partying with them, letting them go on these tirades about things that you don't agree with as you just sit there with your mouth shut. It doesn't mean being so closely aligned with them that people can't separate you from them. We've seen situations where people disagree fundamentally, have connected with each other. But the difference is we can clearly tell based off of their actions that they do disagree. They might be linking up for whatever reason, but when you can't tell if they are on the same page as one another, then that's a clear indication that something is probably wrong with the alignment. And especially when you sprinkle on the fact that these guys disrespect Sneako on a routine basis behind his back.
I be watching my boy Young Don, shout out Young Don. He be saying Sneako is kind of a snake too, which it seems like everybody's snaking him. Like, I don't know, bro. I haven't, or at least I'm not well versed in Sneako's snakery. Not to say that he isn't, not to say that he is, right? But it just seems like everybody be against him. He be trying to defend the people that he's cool with, the people he rides with. He really rides for them. Why? What's the real reason for it? Who knows? But, you know what I'm saying? He does appear to do so. So I'm just really wondering, like, what does Sneako be doing that makes people think he's a snake? Like, I don't know.
You should be able.
Are they saying he's a grifter? Like, what's the word? What's up?
To say as somebody in that situation, hey, these guys don't fuck with me and I probably shouldn't be as closely aligned with them as possible. Sure, you can have your debate streams or whatever one-offs, but that doesn't mean that you have to go hang with the whores with these guys. I would think that as I navigated my life and I've identified somebody that is a clear role model to me, that I wouldn't be doing things that, they would so vehemently be against. When Abba asked the question, Sneako said, and I said to myself too, that is a good question. What would my dead idol who has these principles principles, these beliefs, these values. Think of me if he was alive. And I think Sneako hit it spot on. If Malcolm X was alive, Sneako would be somebody that he is actively speaking against, while simultaneously Sneako is aligning with people who actively speak against him. And if that's not a reality check of hell, then I don't know what is. I'm not saying that anybody is gonna come from this debate and totally change. I think this is just gonna be another element to the ultimate change that we may see from Sneako. This may not be the thing to change Sneako, but this may ultimately be the illumination of the path for him. Or maybe he just tucks tail and goes back to what's cool and all that other shit.
Shoot,
I
man.
don't know.
WVid, man, WVid. I really don't know what made Sneako turn down that red pill path, bro, to this point where he's being anti-Semitic, you know what I'm saying? He's playing that song in the club. He's associating with all these people who are racist. Like, I don't really know what caused that shift, bro, from you doing your, you know what I'm saying, thought-provoking, creative, innovative content back then to go into the red pill, kind of recovering a little bit, but still being with these people. Like, was it really just the prioritization of the money and the clout and the views? Who knows? Probably for a little while. But I really just don't know what bro genuinely believes. It's just like he goes through things so quickly. It's just kind of like, I don't know, maybe he is a grifter. He don't really got no backbone for real, but then again, what do I know? I don't really watch Cut like that. But hey, man, will he change? Only time will tell. Only one way to find out, and that's to keep watching and see what goes on. But it does seem like he prioritizes money a lot. It does seem that way. But yeah, let me know what you guys think of the situation in the comment section down below. Appreciate y'all watching the video. Make sure to like it, comment, and subscribe. Thank y'all for watching. And until next time, I'll catch you guys later. Love y'all. Peace.